So what did the AI say to the student who was struggling with chemistry? Don't worry, I've got all the chemical reactions memorized, and I promise not to react badly to your questions. Ha 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 ha. I know. This is Academic Integrity, AI, and you. So what is academic integrity? So it refers to the ethical code and set of principles that govern the behavior of students, scholars, researchers, and educators within the academic community. It involves upholding honesty, trust, and fairness in all academic activities, including learning, teaching, research, and assessment. Key aspects of academic integrity include honesty, plagiarism prevention, originality, citation and referencing, collaboration, adherence to academic policies, exam integrity, and respect for intellectual property. So in everything you do in education, you're trying to be honest about what you're doing, whether you're learning or whether you're teaching.
If you were to look up artificial intelligence right now, you'd see a whole lot of this.
Tonight, we're taking a deep dive into the world of AI with
ChatGPT.
It's being seen as both impressive and
Very creepy.
And educators across the country are raising the alarm.
Article after article claiming that this new technology will completely revolutionize our lives. But what even is ChatGPT, and is it really worth all this fuss? Simply put, ChatGPT is an AI-powered chatbot that's really good at generating convincing human speech. It can carry a natural conversation, answer tough questions, and write pretty much anything you ask it to. That last thing has gotten the program into a little bit of trouble recently. You see, there have been some reports of students using ChatGPT to write their school essays for them, leading to a lot of concern from teachers about the technology. So I decided to test it out for myself to see just how well it could write a school paper. And I'm very impressed to say that ChatGPT's essay writing is incredibly, don't get me wrong, it's grammatically correct and it's got some nice vocabulary, but when it comes to any real substance, it's got about as much depth as a kiddie pool. Instead of making AI do your work for you, it might be smarter to let AI assist you. I mean, heck, I'm using one right now to make my camera mic sound like this instead of this. Yeah. All this to say, using ChatGPT to write your next English paper probably won't get you the most desirable grade, and newly developed ChatGPT detectors have made it possible to find out who really wrote that paper. But it won't be like that forever. Pandora's box has been opened. This technology will only continue to get better with time, and it'll slowly become harder and harder to tell the difference between the words written by man and the words written by machine. And it's going to be up to schools to figure out how to solve that seemingly impossible dilemma. For PBS NewsHour Student Reporting Labs, I'm Adam Barham.
So currently in education, there is an issue going on where students are using AI to completely do their schoolwork for them, handing in essays that something like ChatGPT has written. So there's schools are starting to find ways to prevent students from doing this, such as all essays must be written in class on pen and paper so that you don't have access to AI. That's at the university level, some of these things are happening. I've read an article about some professors not accepting any written work anymore, and instead, at the end of the semester, each student has a one-on-one conversation with him, and it's an oral exam basically about their understanding of things. So there's different ways that different schools are going about looking at preventing this. So here's 10 reasons why you shouldn't have AI complete your schoolwork for you. There's a lack of learning. So completing assignments using AI prevents you from engaging with the learning process. The purpose of assignments is to help you understand and apply concepts, develop critical thinking skills, and learn how to research and analyze information. Relying on AI bypasses these essential learning experiences. Academic integrity, we've talked about that a little. Using AI to complete your work without proper acknowledgement is a form of plagiarism, which is a breach of academic integrity. Academic institutions value honesty and hard work, and using AI to generate content without attribution undermines these values. Misrepresentation of knowledge. Submitting work completed by AI as your own misrepresents your actual knowledge and understanding. This could lead to gaps in your understanding that become apparent during exams or future coursework. Remember, part of the reason your teachers assess your assignments is so that they can see where your knowledge gaps are. And if you're misrepresenting your knowledge, teachers won't know what they have to help you with before you write your exams. Stifling personal growth. Overcoming challenges and completing assignments on your own contributes to personal growth and resilience. Relying on AI denies you the opportunity to develop your problem-solving skills and self-discipline. An unfair advantage. So if some students use AI to complete their work, while others do not, and that's if they do it without being caught, it creates an unfair advantage, which erodes the principle of of equal opportunity and undermines the credibility of grading systems. The ethical concerns. Using AI to complete assignments raises ethical questions about the role of technology in education. It blurs the lines between genuine effort and technological assistance, potentially devaluing the educational process. You miss feedback opportunities. Assignments often include feedback from teachers, which helps with your understanding of strengths and areas for improvement. And relying on AI deprives you of that valuable feedback that could help you grow academically. The long-term consequences. While AI-generated content might help in the short term, it can harm your long-term development. Skills developed through independent work, critical thinking, and problem solving are essential for success in higher education and future careers. Integrity and trustworthiness. Using AI to complete assignments undermines your personal integrity and trustworthiness. It can damage your reputation among peers, teachers, and even future employers who value ethical behavior. If, as a teacher, I have caught you cheating with AI, I'm now going to think that you're not as trustworthy as before I caught you cheating. And that's not a good thing. It can also lead to unintended errors. AI-generated content isn't flawless. It can inadvertently produce incorrect or misleading information. Relying on AI without understanding that material leaves you vulnerable to these errors. AI answers are based on information that it has compiled from the internet. The information might be inaccurate because guess what? Not everything on the internet is true. It might be skewed based on the prejudices of the people who wrote the original articles. As well, ChatGPT is designed to generate creative and contextually relevant responses. And sometimes this can lead to the creation of fictional information, ideas, or scenarios to address your query. And that's what our case study is about. So I don't know if you heard over the summer, there was a lawyer who created a full motion made up of made-up case laws that he had ChatGPT write for him. So he says that he didn't comprehend that the chatbot could lead him astray. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but essentially, a man named Robert was suing the airline Avianca, claiming he was injured, and he was suing after the statute of limitations for being able to do so. So his lawyers responded with a 10-page brief, including half a dozen made-up court decisions. So here's a lawyer, and rather than trying to find the information for himself, he types into ChatGPT, write a motion, give me case law examples that are going to back me up on this topic. ChatGPT couldn't find any, so it made them up, which the lawyer never checked, so he didn't know they were made up. They had great names like Martinez versus Delta Airlines, Zickerman versus Korea Airlines, etc. He then provided his brief to the other lawyers who were defending the airline. They couldn't locate any of the cases in order to verify them. And so it came back and it got the lawyer in a lot of trouble. I mean, he'd been doing law for 30 years and said that he learned about ChatGPT from his college-age children and from news articles, and that he thought that it was a super search engine, which it is not. If you tell it to create for you references and it can't find them, it will make them up, which is not the best thing to do. So he's under a lot of pressure right now. His case is in court. He might lose his law license, to be disbarred. So I mean, it's pretty major things for somebody in the real world using ChatGPT instead of doing their own work for them. Overall, using AI to complete your schoolwork might offer short-term convenience, but it will hinder your growth, learning, and personal development. It's important to engage with your studies authentically, seek help when needed, and approach your education with integrity and dedication. These reasons don't even include having to face the consequences when you're caught cheating. So, am I saying don't use ChatGPT? Not at all. It can be a great tool to help you in your academics. And how might you do that? It's great for research assistance, so you can use it to gather information and insights on a topic that you're studying. Just make sure you cross-reference the information provided by ChatGPT with reputable sources to ensure its accuracy. You can ask for clarification and to help you with your understanding. So you can ask questions to clarify contents or concepts that you're struggling to understand. You can use its explanations to improve your comprehension, but again, verify it with reliable academic sources. You could ask for writing assistance. You could seek help with how to structure your essays, reports, or other written assignments. You could use ChatGPT suggestions for organizing your thoughts and ideas. You can write into it, help me organize my ideas, list them all, and say, I need to write a one-page essay. And it'll help you organize your thoughts into how you should put them in the essay. It can help with language and grammar. Now, the school has a few different things that you can use for language and grammar. One of them is a Turnitin plugin that lets you check spelling and grammar. You could also copy your whole essay, paste it into ChatGPT and say, check my spelling or grammar. When using information from ChatGPT or other sources, make sure that you properly cite the references using, I believe our school uses MLA guidelines. So if you don't know how to do that, you can even just say to ChatGPT, how do I do an MLA citation, and it will tell you how to do it. Avoid plagiarism. Don't just copy and paste things directly out of ChatGPT into your essay and say that you wrote it. That's presenting it as your own. That's plagiarism. You need to paraphrase things. You need to properly cite things when using information that you take directly out of any website. Critical thinking, engage with the information provided critically, consider different perspectives, and evaluate the reliability of the sources. You can even ask ChatGPT to give you a different perspective on it so that you could look at the two different perspectives. Make sure that you respect academic integrity. Don't use it or any other AI tool to cheat, such as obtaining answers for quizzes or tests without understanding the material. That's not respecting academic integrity. Use it as a supplement to supplement your own learning and research efforts rather than a replacement for your own work and critical thinking. And always seek guidance from teachers if you have questions or need assistance. Don't hesitate to ask your teachers. They are there to support your learning. Remember that the ethical use of AI tools like ChatGPT in schoolwork is about enhancing your learning experience, not circumventing it. Using AI responsibly in accordance with Summit Trails guidelines will help you succeed academically while maintaining your integrity. It's a powerful tool. Critical thinking and fact-checking are important aspects of using the information that ChatGPT provides. You also need to make sure you mitigate the risk of getting inaccurate information. So always cross-reference information with reliable sources. Ask for sources or citations to back up the information that you get from it, and make sure you double check those citations are accurate. Be cautious when receiving specific, technical, or time-sensitive information. As an example, ChatGPT only knows things up until 2021 now. So anything that's happened in the last 2 years, it doesn't know about. So if you're trying to get, say, medical advice on something and you put it in, keep in mind that it does not have the last 2 years of medical advances or information. So as an example, something like, do you feed your children peanut butter when they're little? That has changed multiple times over the years, and ChatGPT isn't going to know the current whether you should or shouldn't. As well, technical information. ChatGPT is not great at a lot of technical things, such as high-end physics. It will sometimes ignore the rules of physics and use other world physics in order to answer your questions, meaning that you're getting the wrong answers out of it. Same thing with chemistry. It doesn't do really well at your high-end chemistry stuff. It doesn't get things right all the time. So make sure that you can use it as a starting point for further research, use it for verification on whether you got something right or wrong, such as if you write code for a programming class, you can say, please verify my code is correct, and it'll tell you any spots that you need to fix up. Now, I asked ChatGPT, how can I use ChatGPT for understanding? And this is what it gave me. So this is directly out of ChatGPT. It says, be clear and specific. Start by clearly stating the topic or concept you need help with. The more specific you are, the easier it is for GPT to provide relevant information. Formulate your request as a question. This helps focus your response and ensure that you receive the information that you need. Provide context. If applicable, give some context about what you already know or understand about the topic, and this is going to help tailor the explanation to your current level of knowledge. Now, one of the other things that you can do with ChatGPT is if it writes something and you don't understand it, say, make it simpler, and it'll simplify it. And then you can say, make it simpler still, and it'll simplify it so that you get it down to a point where you actually understand what it's trying to say to you. If you're not understanding it, it's not a good thing to try to use as a reference for writing anything from that. So make sure you understand it. And again, we've said it a few times, reference information if you're using it. You can ask for clarification if you don't understand a term or concept. Don't hesitate to ask for clarification on the point. Ask for a definition for a word if you don't understand the word. Engage in a conversation with it. Go back and forth. Ask for more information, ask for elaboration, ask for follow-up questions. It will provide as much information as you need to improve your understanding of a topic. Express your goals. Tell it. Are you looking for a basic overview? Are you looking for in-depth knowledge? Are you looking for practical applications? Are you looking for something else that helps GPT tailor your responses? Stay open-minded. Keep an open mind when seeking information. Be willing to accept new information and different perspectives. You can even tell it, can you give me an alternate perspective to whatever it is you're looking at, so that you have both sides of an issue and you can help you understand that issue better. Ask for additional resources. If you want to dive deeper into something, ask for a recommendation for books or articles or websites or other resources that can help you further your understanding of something. And it says, be patient. Sometimes complex topics may require a bit of time to explain thoroughly, so be patient and allow for a detailed response. ChatGPT free version is also limited to how much information it gives you at a time, so you might have to, say, elaborate on that to get more information to come out. So this is ChatGPT in a nutshell. Could you please go shopping and buy 1 jug of milk, and if they have avocados, get 6? And GPT comes back and says, they had avocados, so I got 6 jugs of milk. It doesn't always completely understand everything. And it doesn't always give you exactly what you're looking for. So you have to make sure that you're understanding what it's giving you, asking questions. Ask your teacher questions if you don't understand what ChatGPT said. I'm sure that they can explain the topics to you as well. Okay, so that's the end of the presentation. Is there anybody that has questions?